The auditorium went still. Not the kind of stillness that soothes, but the kind that scratches under your skin. A row of polished shoes marched across the stage. Caps gleamed beneath the lights. Families leaned forward in their seats, hearts swollen with pride. It was graduation day at West Haven Military Academy, where excellence wore medals and traditions were gospel. And then, it happened. Cadet First Class Elena Morris stepped onto the stage. Chest held high, eyes steady. She extended her hand to accept her diploma. But when Commandant Roy Hollister reached out, she didn't move, didn't flinch, didn't blink. She looked him dead in the eye, then turned. The silence cracked through the room like a rifle shot. A few gasps. A nervous laugh from someone in the back. The band leader's baton hovered midair. She hadn't shaken his hand. In that moment, Elena wasn't just a cadet. She became a question, a challenge. A spark dropped into a hall full of dry silence. No one moved. Not even the commandant. His lips twitched, but he said nothing. Elena simply took her diploma and walked off stage without a word. Behind her silence was a story no one had cared to ask. 6 months before graduation, her younger brother Liam had come home from his second tour in Kandahar. He was quiet, thinner, always watching the door. Elena saw it, saw him fighting shadows no one else could see. One morning, he disappeared. They found his truck a week later near a lake in New Mexico. His dog tags were inside, along with a note. It had 5 words. I tried. I really did. Elena never cried in public, never wore the grief on her sleeve. Instead, she ran faster, trained harder, studied longer. She kept Liam's picture tucked inside her cap, close to her scalp, where no one could see it, but where she could feel it. But what she couldn't forgive, what she wouldn't forget, was how Commandant Hollister had responded when she asked for time off to attend Liam's memorial. Soldiers lose brothers. It's part of the path, he said. Without even lifting his eyes, she remembered those words every day. And she remembered how he never showed up, never sent a letter, never asked if she was okay. When the time came to walk across that stage, Elena gave him exactly what he had given her. Nothing. Whispers filled the rows. Some clapped slowly. Others looked away. The weight of her action rippled through the room. Then, from behind the curtain, a uniformed figure emerged, not part of the ceremony, not on the program. But every person stood when they saw him. 4 stars on his collar. Steel gray eyes. A voice that had commanded battlefields. General Marcus Wind. He walked straight to Elena. No speech. No hesitation. Just presence. He stopped beside her, reached into his coat, and pulled out a small velvet box. I knew Liam, he said quietly, handing it to her. We served together. He saved 3 lives on his last mission. This is his Distinguished Service Cross. It never got to his family. Then, in front of the entire academy, he saluted her. Not a quick, formal motion. A long, deep, full salute. The kind given to someone who carried more than just weight on her shoulders. Someone who carried the unseen. And the crowd stood with him. One by one, cadets rose. In silence. No commands. No instructions. Just silent respect. Even the commandant bowed his head. Honor doesn't live in medals. It lives in what you carry when no one is watching. True strength is when you choose dignity, even when others offer you disrespect. She didn't need to shout. Her silence did what thunder could not. Later, they said it was the most powerful moment in the Academy's history. Not because of a speech, not because of a title, but because a young woman chose to remember her brother, not through vengeance or anger, but through quiet defiance. And because a general remembered a soldier when the system forgot. Every uniform hides a story. Every salute honors the unseen. If this story moved you, tell us where you're watching from. Share your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more stories that honor those who carry more than we'll ever know. This is Kindness Revealed, where silent heroes speak loudest.